Spoilt children are those children that want to have their way without putting in any effort to earn it. They want to have their way without putting in any effort to earn it. Spoilt children are those children that are very, very entitled. They believe they're entitled to anything from anyone. Spoilt children are those children that are very, very self-centered. They don't care what happens to others. They just want to be satisfied. They just want to have whatever they want. They don't care about what happens to others. It is very dangerous to raise spoilt children because spoilt children are going to grow up into dysfunctional adults. They will grow up into adults that will be dependent on other people. They will grow up into adults that will be demanding, constantly demanding things from other people. They will grow up into adults that is constantly dissatisfied with life and with things around them. They will grow up with adults that give up easily about things. Welcome to my channel. If you are returning subscriber, welcome. If you are just joining us for the very first time, welcome. I am Oluwakemi Owolabi, the convener of Impactful Parenting Academy, where we share 21st century parenting tips that will help parents to raise champions. You're very much welcome. Please subscribe to this channel. Hit that subscribe button now so that you can always be notified when I publish amazing videos like this. Welcome back. Let's go ahead. We said spoilt children will grow up into dysfunctional adults if they are not controlled when they are still young. They will grow up into adults that are dependent, demanding, constantly dissatisfied with life, and ready to give up easily. You wouldn't want to raise a child like that. I know you wouldn't want to raise a child like that. Now, here are the parenting mistakes that you are making that is making you to raise spoilt children, that if you are not careful, they will grow up into dysfunctional adults. The first parenting mistake that you are making is that you involve yourself in permissive parenting. There's a difference between permissive parenting and positive parenting. Positive parenting means correcting your children when they are wrong, disciplining your children in love, bringing up actions and consequences, and disciplining the children without inflicting pain on them at all. That is positive parenting. Permissive parenting means leaving your children alone to have their way. You leave your child to do whatever he or she likes. You are not controlling the children in any way. You are not giving directives to the children as regards what they should do in life. That is permissive parenting. Anything the child wants is what you, the parent, also wants, without looking at it whether it is good for the child or not. That's permissive parenting. If you constantly engage in permissive parenting, making your children to have their way all the time, you are raising a spoiled child. And you know the disadvantage of raising a spoiled child by now. Another parenting mistake that you constantly make in raising a spoiled child, that results in raising a spoiled child, is that you are always offering rewards to your children at every slightest instance. Every time there's always a reward. Let me even say you are bribing your children. Before they cry for anything, you have given it to them. You buy unnecessary things for them, whether they need that thing or not. You just want them to be happy always, even when they are doing what is wrong. You offer reward. Anything the child does for you, you give the child money. You promise the child money even before the child does it. You promise the child so many things before the child carries out some responsibilities. No, you can't keep giving rewards of money on material things to your children because you want them to stay as good children. No, there's an art. You have to train them to become good children. It is not by gifts. Another parenting mistake that can result in raising a spoiled child is when you are protecting your children from experiencing negative emotions. You don't want them to experience rejection at all. You don't want them to experience disappointment at all. Even you as a parent, you don't usually say no to them when you can't afford anything because you don't want them to experience the feeling of disappointment or rejection. Life does not go that way. Life will not always give you whatever you want. So you must develop thick skin to move through. Let your children experience failure sometimes. When they experience it, they will learn new ways of doing it. Nowadays, you see parents helping the children in examination malpractices because they don't want the children to experience failure. Such children, when they can't withstand the storm of life, they think of committing suicide at any slightest instance. It's dangerous. Doing everything for the children without making them to experience any negative emotion. Life does not work that way. Another parenting mistake that you are making that is making you to raise spoiled child is you are not consistent with discipline. You are not consistent with discipline. Today you tell the child that it is wrong. Tomorrow you look the other way when the child is doing what is wrong, as if you don't see it, because that day you don't want to talk or you don't want the child to cry. You are not consistent with your discipline. Let there be rules and regulation in your homes. Now let there be actions and consequences. Let the child experience the consequence of a negative action. The negative consequence of a negative action, let the child experience it, so that the child will learn not to behave in that manner another time. Consequence helps to train the child and condition the behavior of the child to be good enough. Don't say, no, I will beat you very well today. Beating is not a consequence. Beating is just venting your anger and frustration on the child. No, it's not going to teach the child anything. It will just make the child even more rebellious. It's not by beating. Be consistent with discipline. Another parenting mistake that is making parents to raise spoiled children is when you don't allow them to do chores. I always say it all the time. Making the children to do chores makes the children responsible. What is responsibility? Responsibility is gotten from two words: response and ability. Ability to respond to situations. When you make them to do chores, even right from home, they have learned how to respond to situations. They have learned how to respond, what to do, how to do it. And when they go outside, they will also be able to withstand situations. They will always act responsible. They will be used to doing the right thing at the right time. They won't see something that they ought to do and look the other way. No, because it is not part of them. They are not raised like that. They will always respond quickly, spontaneously to situations and get it rectified or get things done fast. That parenting mistake that you are making, that is making you to raise spoiled children, is by not upholding good manners in your home. You have to uphold good manners that will condition the behavior of your child and eventually make your child to be well behaved. Good mannerism like delayed gratification. They have to know that instant gratification does not work sometimes. You have to work, go through pain before you experience and enjoy what you want. Another mannerism that you have to inculcate in your children is gratitude. They must be grateful for whatever you provide for them, even if that is not what they want, but that is what you can afford. So teach them gratitude, teach them empathy, teach them how to render helping hands to others. These are part of mannerism. It is different from sorry, thank you, please, pardon me, that we know as mannerism. No, mannerism goes beyond that. Teach them helping others, putting yourself in the shoes of others, being grateful, delayed gratification, responsibility. These are the things that the children needs to condition their behavior. It will help to condition their behavior. You don't want to raise a spoiled child that will become an adult, that even after he or she is married, they are still dependent on you. They are constantly dissatisfied. They are always asking people for things that they need. They are always asking for people for help every time. They cannot think of how to get out of a bad situation on their own. They always give up easily. Any small thing, they have given up. Any small thing, everybody is begging them and encouraging them. That's not a good way to live. I know you wouldn't want to raise a child that will become an adult like that, because if you do, even when you are old, that is supposed to sit down and be relaxing, the children will still be dependent on you and be coming to you for help and be affecting your own emotions at that time. And that time, it will be too late to do anything about it. I'm advising you today, look at these parenting mistakes and look for ways to correct them. Please like this video, share with other parents that need it, and hit that subscribe button so that you can always be notified when I publish amazing videos like this. So next time that I come your way, stay good.